Howdy everybody, the Desert Horizons, AZ Off-Grid Unplugged, the trailer. Part of the reason that I call it AZ Off-Grid Unplugged is because we are going to have to, we're going to get plenty of solar panels. Other than that, we're going to have our water shipped in and our propane shipped in, or basically it means shipping in means I'm going to have to go get it. Yeah, and that's why it's Off-Grid Unplugged. And just for the record, I did have AZ Off-Grid Unplugged, or AZ Off-Grid as the name for my channel a year and a half before anybody else ever got it, so, but actually, whatever. Anyway, so I just wanted to touch on that's why we're calling it AZ Off-Grid Unplugged. It's because, like I said, we're going to have our water shipped in and our propane shipped in. Our neighbor over here was talking with some friends of his that we're kind of up on a mountain slope here. We're well over 1,000 feet above the valley floor. And he said he was talking to some friends of his that have property about the same elevation, and they dug down a little over 100 feet and got water. So we're going to try that, but I have no idea where to dig for water. You know, so it's like one of those things you could try all over the place around here and never hit it. Or maybe get lucky and hit it first strike, you know, so, oh well. Howdy. I was just going to touch upon what, here comes the wind again. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but our plans, there's the trailer. Alright. I like the way it blends in the color-wise. But our plans were originally, here I'm standing right in the spot. Actually, I'm on the porch of where we were going to put our, or we're still going to put our 12 by 40 trailer. That's pretty much south, so it's going right in here. I don't know if you can see the stakes there. There's another one over there, a little, let's see, it's right over in there, another stake. Our plans was a couple months ago, we were going to have them come out and put in a concrete slab. And then we were going to have a fence put up around, and then we were going to have we were going to build the cabin here, a 12 by 40, like I said, with a nice 6-foot wide porch on that side all the way around, and then on the front side. And then over here was where the shower was going to be, and storage shed and all that sort of stuff. But we've kind of put those things on hold for a few different reasons. One is we're still not having any luck finding a concrete company, a cement company, to come out here and lay the slab. I never would have thought it'd be this difficult to call up somebody and say, hey, we want a slab poured out here. When can you do it? That would be it. But no, it hasn't worked that way. We have not gotten one call back from any of these companies around here in Tucson to say, hey, we want some concrete poured out here. That's one reason. And then another reason, because of the break-ins, the burglaries, I don't know what it is. We just don't, well, I mean, that's the reason we're not building a part of it yet, but we also don't, the same thing about coming out here and staying in the trailer. It's just not there anymore. The desire to come out here is fine, to come out here for a day. Sometimes we'll spend the night, but usually not. We just come out here and hang out for a few hours, have a campfire, and then go home. So that's something that's always on our mind. And then, like I said, originally our plans were to have the cabin built, the trailer there, and then go traveling around the country and use this as a base camp, an address to, for a base camp. But now we don't know what we're going to do. We know we're not going to rush into building this. We may put the concrete slab up here sometime in the near future if we can ever find a company. I mean, there's several concrete companies around Tucson. They just are not interested in a little slab like this. And I sure ain't going to do it myself. My back is just way too bad to even think about doing anything like that myself. So, and we're just kind of taking our time, biding our time on this. Like I said, we just purchased a motorhome. Well, we purchased it. We're in the process of purchasing it. It'll be about 2 more months before we can pick it up. And then we've kind of decided that Here comes the wind again. I don't know what this is doing to the audio recording part of this. But like I said, we purchased a motorhome. I'm going to pick it up in a couple months, and then we're going to go traveling around the country. Going to go spend some time in Utah, which is one of my favorite places to go four-wheeling, jeeping. Anyway, Utah is one of my favorite places to go four-wheeling, jeeping. So we're going to go hang out there for a while, and we're just going to basically explore the country, but not have the cabin built. Because I mean, we have no way of knowing if it'll be here, what'll be here when we come back. So we're going to put a bunch of our stuff in storage. And I'm going to keep this place here. Like I said, go traveling around. We'll probably bring the motorhome out here a time or two, camp in it overnight, weekend, a week, whatever, boondocking. Put some solar panels on it, which we already got a few solar panels. Our plans are kind of like fluid, you know. I mean, they're always going the path of least resistance. And right now the least resistance is travel around the country first, then put the cabin here. Versus the other way around. We were going to put the cabin up and then go traveling around the country. So, and who knows, it could change in the next, because I can't work anymore at all. My fiance is still working, still enjoying her work, still wants to keep working, partly because she gets health insurance through it. So, you know, we don't know for sure what's going to happen, but we do know that probably not really going to stay in here many more times. I've mentioned to her a few times about let's pull the trailer out of there and then we can park the motorhome under the awning when we come out here. She doesn't really like that idea, so we'll just keep this here. Like I said, our plans were originally to use this for storage when we got the cabin built. We'll probably still do that, but she's always looking for more property around the country, someplace else, someplace different. This has so much. I mean, I was looking for 640 square acres, but the problem with doing that is then I'd have to pay taxes on 640 square acres. Here, I basically have 640 square acres, but I only have to pay taxes on the 1.3. So I like that. You know, it's maybe $65, $70 a year for taxes. That's it. 640 square acres is, I think that's 4 square. And if we got something like that, I'd like to park right in the middle of it so that we wouldn't have any visible neighbors. And I like having neighbors. It's like right over in here, there's a house, a brick and mortar house, a little over a half mile or so directly that way. You can't see it though, can you? See, that's what I like. Neighbors are right around, but you can't see them. So, like I said, our plans are always fluid. I'm sure they're going to change another time or two. We're going up to Gunnison, Colorado in 2 months to pick up a used motorhome from my brother. I've been looking for one for quite a while and contacted him. He says, yeah, he's got one. It's like, I like that because when he tells me what does or doesn't work, I can believe it versus buying it from somebody else. So we already sent him the money to get all brand new tires put on it. And like I said, we're going to go up there and pick that up around the middle of July, I believe. That's the plans now. And then we're going to go traveling around for a little while. She's only got 3 weeks off this particular time. So I don't know if you can see but there's some bricks right over there. That's the fire pit. The first video I ever took, that's the tree, that tree right there, and the fire pit. My tent was between us and the fire pit underneath that tree. The trailer wasn't there yet, and neither was this road, driveway, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, that's our plans, is we're going to go traveling first, and then when we get tired we're going to come back and, I mean, we may have the concrete slab done before we leave, if we can find somebody to do it. But yeah, it's just to let you guys know what's going on and why there's not a whole bunch more videos. Partly because we don't come out here near as often as we used to. I mean, up until the burglaries, we were coming out here almost every weekend. Spending basically the whole weekend, and then after that, it's just like she doesn't want to come out here that much anymore. The desire, I mean, I enjoy coming out here, but the desire is not there. So, along with the fact that they stole a bunch of our stuff, they also took that away. So, you know, that's the way it goes. I was living with my brother and his wife, and their house got broken into, and she just loved that house. But after that happened, she made them sell it and they moved. She just had no desire to live there anymore. And so, I mean, I can understand how it happens to people. But that's the way it goes. So, yeah, so we're just going to hang out here, have a fire tonight. I don't know if there's going to be any, I mean, we'll have the sunset, of course, but I don't know if there's going to be any color in the sky because there's no clouds up there at all. It's just blue everywhere you look. All the way around, just solid blue. I don't see a cloud anywhere. So, yeah, she's just doing a little gold panning now. I was up the wash, and I thought the wash came from the neighbor's property onto here. It doesn't. It goes down to right before where the fence is, the fence line is, and then it curves left, or north I should say, and goes up on our property for quite a ways, where all the quartz is. And so there's a good possibility that we have some gold on our property. We've not really found enough to really make it worthwhile, but part of that was because I don't think we were actually digging in the right places. Now that I found that, notice that, maybe we can get some out of there. I don't know if you can see all this around here. This used to be just loaded with prickly pear. I had my buddy last year. This is what he was working on, was digging up all these prickly pear around here. This is where we're going to put our garden eventually, because the cabin's going right over there on the other side of this bush, whatever it is right there. So, yep, just another beautiful day. AZ off-grid, unplugged trailer. So,